All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Garage to Greatness with me, Alex Zeeb, and our co host, Thomas
Thomas Pena.
Pena. Today is a super special episode for us today. We are bringing our first guest on here shortly.
Hey, listen, I am super excited because the guest I think you're going to love as much as we do.
Absolutely.
Talking about loving things, one of the things that we really love and what we really it's just kind of our mission in our business is we believe in it's always better to give than to get. And as the old Zig Ziglar says, to get what you want, you just have to help enough people get what they want. And so when we're partnering up with businesses and people, our first reaction and our first thought is always, what can we give to them to make them better, have a better experience, things like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thomas, you used a key word there, partner, right? And I've preached that since day one, since our first day as partners. We don't have customers. We have zero customers.
that's right.
We have partners, right? Because they help us, we help them. And one of the biggest things, especially as small business owners, entrepreneurs, everyone's always looking to build their book of business. And how do you build that book of business? Is it paying for leads? Is it going out and meeting people? There's so many different methods to gaining, partners and customers, whatever you want to call it. But the best way to do it is to give something. And that's going to build your book of business faster than anything else.
Well, they say if you want to speed your scalability of success, is help somebody else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, I think our guest is a perfect example of what giving looks like in the business.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I say we go ahead and bring our guest on and hear what they've got to say.
Let's do it.
All right.
Guys, let me welcome the wonderful and superstar KT Matthews to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you, guys, very much.
Hey, KT, how are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you. Thank you for
Awesome.
asking.
Awesome.
I'm really excited to be here, and I thank you so much for the invitation to be on your first one here. So I'm feeling very honored.
Absolutely.
Well, and listen, I think if anybody deserves it, it's you. So
Thank you.
Absolutely. And we're super glad to have you here with us, KT. Super glad. So I say we go ahead and just kind of start off a little bit. Why don't you just tell us what it is exactly you do? What makes KT Matthews go?
Well, I am in the gratitude business. That is the business I'm in. And we're all in the people business, all of us. And people are yearning in this time of life that they need to be shown appreciation. They need to be shown that they are heard and appreciate your customers and clients. And that's what I do with businesses. I help them create those deeper relationships. With that being said, relationships definitely are the new currency. If you don't have relationships with your people, you don't got nothing. So.
Absolutely. I used to say many, many, many times in the automotive field, we're in the people business way before we just happen to sell vehicles. So KT, tell us, how did you get into the gratitude and the giving business?
Well, that's a fun story. It started. How I came across this business is in 2015. I was in the motorcycle business for 25 years, creating something from nothing. With my husband and I, we did that for 25 years, and we downsized and we were going to take it on the road. And so, needless to say, we picked up our last mail and got in this extreme accident. And the next thing I knew, I was being awakened out of a coma. They woke me up to tell me that they cut half my foot off and what I was going to do next. I had two choices. I can hobble a lot more and have more surgery, or just cut the foot off. And to me, I was 66 at that time. It was a no-brainer. Let's just cut that sucker off, because I wasn't ready to wear that muumuu and hobble anywhere, I can do that later if that doesn't work out, that's just my theory. And so they put me down, they did that. And at that time, they also told me my husband did not make it on that, the accident. We had a motorcycle accident picking up their mail, right? And he did not make it through that journey. So I was put back in a coma. I was in a coma for a month. I had a compound fraction on my amputated leg, and my lungs collapsed. My pelvis looked like butterfly wings with veins. Those were how cracked and screwed up they were. I was plugged in everywhere. And so I was there for a month there, and then 4 months in acute rehab, where I found how my life has changed. My whiteboard was completely erased. And so that was in January 2015. And in October 2015, it took me a lot of time. It was a major accident. My wires were loose up here, and I was highly medicated for a long period of time. But this company called Send Out Cards came across me. And I went, oh, well, that's nice. I wasn't in the war, and being in the motorcycle business, I wasn't in that warm and fuzzy mode, because being a woman CEO in that business, you got to thicken your skin up a little bit, and so when they showed me all the different size cards and all that stuff, I'm going, nice. But then they popped this large card in there, and that large card, I used to do 8,000 newsletters a month. And I'd go and save money I'd get them printed and save money by not folding them, take them home, sit in my living room, take 2 or 3 weeks to fold it up, stuff it, stamp it, handwrite it. I was studying under Dan Kennedy at that time. Internet wasn't even happening then, And so that's what I had to do. I was trying to, do I have to sign handwrite my return address too? My husband said, yes, you do. And I was, okie dokie. So that's what I did. Load it all up. That took 2 or 3 weeks, haul it down to the post office and wait in line. Right. And so what I saw when I heard that big card, I went, boom, I want that. That gives me hope that I can do something, because it just saved me time and money. That's my first thought. It saved me time and money before the gratitude and just working the business. And because I'm in an area I didn't know anybody from at all. And I started going out and sending cards to everybody I met. I went B&I hopping, went this way. I didn't know anything. I was in direct sales. So I just take pictures, put them on a card. Nice meeting you, thank you for taking the time to talk to me, and all that sort of thing. So that's what I did. And that's where I'm at today. And so it's been 10 years now since the accident. It will be 10 years in October for being in this company, and I find that the relationships I've built and is all coming to surface, to rise now, because I was just getting to know people and stuff. Now everywhere I go, I'm an ambassador at the chamber and such, and then I lead I'm the hostess at the front door a lot, because I've been blessed with this smile, this mug of mine,
So you're the hostess with the mostest?
I am. I'm the come on in, don't be afraid, I like that. Yeah, so that's how I did that. And I just started doing it and sharing it, and then doing what I'm supposed to do, and learning and educating myself. And now I'm 75, and I think I'm a pretty smart cookie.
So KT, tell us, how does your service help people?
Well, the service, I have some stories about that. I have a friend that has a family member in dementia, going through dementia, not there yet. And she also owns a healthcare center, place where you go, right? And she started putting the pictures of these family members that would come to see the dementia patients on cards, and she's connected to them and everything, and writing out who that family member is and what it is to that dementia patient, and started sending those to her patients and stuff that there. And so as her memory starts drifting, there's a photograph to bring it back to keep him, to keep them still in touch, because the frustration of it all as things go, you know, strokes and everything, the frustration of losing that memory and not connecting the dots and stuff, that seemed to help them. And that, I love that. So I was on full board with that thing. Businesses, I find that now that the business, Send Out Cards has been around for 30 years. 30 plus years, 35 years, since '02 or '04 in his garage, and where he printed it out himself, you know, and I related to that because that's what we started our business in our garage as well. And you can, what the pain in the butt for everybody is they just don't have time to send cards. They just don't have time. They don't have the words. They don't have, and this is all about a true connection with people, to write your own thoughts and your own words and take pictures off Facebook and put them on the card just to celebrate people and such. And that's what I've been doing. And I've been sharing this with businesses because now Send Out Cards is recently under the umbrella of promptings. Now it's a whole movement that's been going on to send out kindness into the world because we have so much negativity. I love that idea, but also the fact that people don't have time for that. They love the idea. They want to send cards, don't have time. Now we have packages to fit all your needs, no matter how many folks you got, you know. That VAs will take care of that. A 15-minute conversation with the VA asking you what you want. They'll make it happen. They'll create a card for you. They'll brand your back for you. They'll get your contacts in there because, you know, that's a lot to do. And they'll do all that part of the package. And you get all these cards and they'll set you up campaigns or scheduled cards. And those are cards that can be, a campaign card is where you send a lot of people the same card, birthday cards. You know, you want to touch base, you know, because you do your internet marketing and that's good. And this is just an intertwined thing in there. You know, you don't sell anything inside your cards. You just show appreciation. Let the emails do all that other business, you know. And, yeah. And so, so by using your own words and the campaigns is multiple people for a birthday campaign. You make one card and you pull out all those birthdays, hit it on that campaign, hit send, and it's done, stamped and sent out. You know, the stamp's already paid for in the package, right? So yay, drop the mic on that one.
Automated and easy, huh?
It made it totally, I like it Homer Simpson proof, you know, your random act of kindness tool, you know, so you don't need a lot of brain power to do this, or the schedule cards where you can schedule things that are coming up and send them card throughout the year, 3 to 5 cards out the year, you know, because you want to, you know, nice to meet you card, birthday card maybe, or an anniversary card, or just a memory card you want to get out there. But you want to get as many, because we know in network marketing that you have to touch base at least 3 to 12 times a month, you know, and emails do a lot of that for you. That's selling, and this is just appreciating. And that's the joy in it all, because it comes back to you tenfold by just being nice to people. So I'd say I just teach people how to be nice to people, you know, and use their own words to do that. And then you just brand the back of the card of what your business is about, your tagline, your picture, you know, your whatever you need back there, you know, but inside it's just full of love.
KT, we definitely appreciate it. You know, as part of the younger generation here, the tail end of the millennials here, you know, communication is really hard for my generation, it seems like, and Gen Z, because we're in a digital age. You know, we all just want to hide behind our computer, our cell phones, everything else, and we forget those little acts of kindness. You know, we send a text instead of sending a letter, or we send a text instead of a phone call or a card, something like that. And so, you know, you kind of bringing back that communication into the new age, you know, really resonates with me, and I think it really resonates with some of the younger generation too. And your story is absolutely incredible, and we have absolutely loved having you on here today. We definitely appreciate
Thank you.
KT.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this journey with you.
Thanks, KT.
Bye-bye. Peace out. Take care of yourself.
All right.
Make someone happy today.
All right, guys. I think that is all we've got for this week's episode of Garage to Greatness. We appreciate KT Matthews coming on and kind of sharing it. And remember, guys, this week, go out and give something. Don't always take. Go out and give. You have any final words before we end this one, Thomas?
Listen, there's nothing better when you go out and you help somebody, because it gives you a feeling that you can't get from alcohol, drugs, or anything. It is the best high you can get. And what I say is, man, I challenge you, go out and go give some smiles out there today. Guys, thanks a lot.
Hey, take care. We'll see you guys next week.